I know, it's early, but what if case makers were already working on iPhone 15 Pro supplies? As yes, the first CAD renders of the iPhone 15 Pro models show that changes are pretty major. A larger MacBook Air could be the tip of the iceberg for the stuff that we might get soon. And what if Samsung decided to once again give us a fan edition? I'm Jaime Rivera, and happy Friday, everyone, for those of you who celebrate, because I'm gonna not kid myself. I've got a lot of work this weekend. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today are once again non-existent, but let's talk about Twitter, because after all the chaotic months that were caused by Elon Musk's acquisition, it seems like there's a new plot twist that we've been seeing coming. Musk spoke to the World Government Summit in Dubai and stated that he needs to stabilize the organization and make sure that it's financially healthy, and after that is done, he will find someone else to run the company. And you may be wondering when this will happen. Well, this is not the first time that the CEO talks about stepping down from his position. However, it's reported by Bloomberg that he is actively looking for someone to replace him, with the transition expected to happen towards the end of the year, though a lot of us can't wait for him to do it just now. Now let's talk about Apple and new reports about a possible MacBook Air that could happen in less than 2 months, probably. According to analyst Ross Young, earlier this month, Cupertino started production of display panels for a new 15.5-inch MacBook. Young said that he expects the MacBook Air to launch in early April, given that production is now underway, but that an announcement and pre-orders could even happen sooner. And listen, it makes sense, because the company even holds a spring event to announce new products, such as in March 2022 and in April 2021. So far, we only know that this new model will be the largest ever for the MacBook Air and would be offered alongside the existing 13-inch model. And just to wrap it up, DigiTimes reported that this new device will be powered by the M2 chipset, which matches previous reports made by Ming-Chi Kuo, claiming that Apple is going to launch a 15-inch MacBook Air with both M2 and M2 Pro chip options, which makes that really interesting if it goes M2 Pro. Moving on, let's get to Samsung, since we have new reports about a possible comeback of the Fan Edition series. Last year, we didn't get a Fan Edition version of the Galaxy S22, and we even got reports that the company was killing the series forever, but now it seems like it's about to change. According to a new report by a South Korean publication, Sammy will launch a new one in the second half of 2023. The report claims that Samsung will cancel the launch of the Galaxy A74 and replace it with this Galaxy S23 Fe. It also is reported that in efforts to boost sales, the new model will be launched in more countries this year compared to the S21 Fe, which was only launched in some Asian countries, Europe, and the US. This is the first report we get about this possible comeback, so we don't know much about it so far. However, it is expected that the S23 Fe will also stick to Snapdragon and will either have the 8 Gen 2 or last year's 8 Plus Gen 1, which is, in my opinion, making more sense, since, this phone is supposed to be more affordable, though that would not necessarily be a flagship killer if you think about it under the OnePlus strategy. And finally, for the hottest news today, let's get back to Apple, because we have the first renders of the iPhone 15 Pro and even a real-life image showcasing what the USB-C port will look like. For the past few weeks, we've been reporting how the upcoming Pro model will get several design changes, like thinner bezels, a curvier design, and more. However, now we have the first CAD-based renders from accessory makers, and from what we can see on the photos, the frame is a bit curved compared to its predecessor, and also seems to curve the glass into the frame. On the back side, the camera bump is apparently thicker once again, and it probably means we'll get further improvements like bigger sensors. Now, on the frame, we can also notice that the mute button got a redesign too, being smaller and rounder than before, while the volume buttons don't look like proper buttons, confirming previous rumors about Cupertino removing physical buttons. And finally, these renders confirm even more the use of USB-C for the first time on an iPhone, and we even have real-life images of a model already using a USB-C port instead of Lightning. But anyways, in today's question, let us know, what do you think about all the leaks that we've seen so far of the iPhone 15 Pro? Because, listen, in my case, I like a lot of everything that's happening, but If you saw those other leaks of the possible camera hump, I think that looks illogical and just unrealistic, but that's just me. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social medias. Our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see me state the obvious. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week.